Hi, this is Michelle, King's Canine Cookies and Crafts. Welcome. I just wanted to get a video talking about whether to shine up your polymer clay. Many times it's debatable. I don't always use some type of finish on my polymer clay. I have used the Sculpey Glaze in the past, and that works perfectly fine. Sometimes I will take that glaze of the Sculpey Glaze and bake it on and reapply a few coats and bake it. But lately I have been using the triple thick. Someone on another site, I think it was Happy Bird's Glitter's Nest, mentioned triple thick. It's a brush on gloss glaze and it works great on polymer clay and other surfaces. So this bottle was like, I used my coupon, so it was only a few dollars, but it's worth having. I always try to buy big bottles because I've used pretty much, well, I haven't used too much, but I've used enough of it, so I do recommend triple thick. Those are the top things I use, Sculpey Glaze or triple thick. Now, whether to choose to glaze your pieces has a lot of different factors. Number one, if something is glittered, you do want to seal your glitter on with the triple thick or any other glaze that you choose to use. That way the glitter doesn't come off. So yes, these pieces must be glazed and reglazed. I usually do about 3 different coats. You make sure each coat is dried in between, and then you get that great deep shine. Also, in some cases I don't like to glaze my clay. Now this is a piece that was made using what I call the Psychedelic Skulls. It was using many different layers of color of clay, translucent clay. And it was actually a happy accident. One of the little kids mashed up some clay, and I figured, don't throw it away, we'll use it. And these turned out beautiful. So this matte finish on this piece to me looks perfect. I am not going to glaze this at all. And here's another example. This actually got burnt in the oven, so it was, I believe, like a navy or a deep midnight blue. I highlighted this with some acrylic paint. Now technically, when you use acrylic paint on your piece, you should always glaze it with a gloss finish. In my case, I'm not going to do that because it's not on the back, it's just basically on the front. It looks like it's glossed with some kind of glaze, but it really isn't. I think this was just the gold acrylic paint that I used to highlight it. So this one is going to be as is. So you get like a matte finish when you don't glaze it. Here's another example. This is highlighted in acrylic, a black paint, but I did not glaze it with any gloss finish. Another example on this skull heart. I showed it to a couple people. They liked it. This is, again, you paint after it's baked, you paint your piece black, you wipe it off. The black acrylic is in the crevices, and this is going to be kept matte. We're not going to glaze this piece. So it did turn out pretty nice, but some pieces, again, I just don't like to glaze. I did glaze this one. This came out nice, and it's just using the triple thick, baked on again, and another coat of triple thick. And I just want to show the unicorns. Now I used the glitter luster dust, and then after I baked it, I put the glaze on it, glittered it, and then I reglazed, so this glitter won't come off. This is for kids jewelry, so typically it's very important to make sure your glitter does not come off when you're using glitter in kids jewelry, because you don't want the glitter to get into their eyes. So these pieces came out pretty nice. They're all glittered. And this is just step one of the unicorn process. There's a whole bunch of unicorn things that I'll be getting together shortly. This last piece is the pumpkins. This is using the cheap Sculpey white. And this actually took a while to do. I first sculpted them in white. I painted them in layers. So there's layers of orange, yellow, and then I, of course, painted the top brown with some gold highlights. After I baked it and I painted it with acrylic paints, then I used the triple thick to glaze it, and then I added glitter, and then I used more triple thick on top of that. And the clip it's a clip to keep the your sticky notes and stuff in place on your desk. So in all, it does take a while, but I think the glitter needs to be trapped in with the glaze. So these are pretty cool. They were fun to make, but those took a little longer than I thought. I also want to say that I usually go to Amazon to get most of my hardware and necessities to make jewelry. I find that the craft shops, AC Moore, Michaels, Joann's, they don't have a lot of things in bulk. I prefer to do things as fast as I can, and I wanted to start to, tonight I'm going to start to mount up all the pendants. So all you have to do is I went to, a while back I went to the Amazon site and got a bulk amount of the jump rings. So this came in this case. It was like maybe $5 or $6, which is a good deal. And I think there's over 700 of these jump rings. Whether you're going to use them or not, eventually you will. So it's good to have things in bulk. I don't like running out in the middle of my project. So we basically took the jump ring, looped it in, then I added this cording, which comes all together with the lobster claws at the end. And I bought about 100 for $7, which is a really good deal. I noticed on Amazon you have to shop for your prices before you choose something, because they have all kinds of things at different price points. So I find that this one was the best bang for your buck. They did give you a selection of colors: gray, off-white, brown, and black. And those are good colors. At first I was a little leery. I wanted them all black, but I thought, no, I think getting the different colors is nice. And these are 18 inches. I think the chain length gives it another few more inches. So that's a good deal. So I'm not going to have any problem running out. If I do, I can always get more. But Amazon, of course, has the 2-day shipping with Amazon Prime, and it makes it quick and easy. And if you plan out things right, you'll have your supplies before you start assembling your crafts. So the last thing I wanted to mention is color placement on these background cards. Now I have my own background cards that I made, but for sake of time, I do sometimes use the pre-purchased pads of paper. And I just want to say that adding a background card to your piece is nice, because number one, when you go and do your shows, it's already packaged up. Now, a lot of people don't package your jewelry. They leave it out on displays, which is fine. But I like to be organized, and these cords tend to get very intertwined. So because I'm going to be moving to a lot of different shows, and it's packing and unpacking, we're going to be mounting our pendants on cards. Now, not all of them. We'll have some open, but the majority will be packaged up, ready to go. And that saves me time. It's easier to inventory when you have it packaged up, and it protects the piece. And I think it kind of makes getting your table set up ready to go for the shows a little fast. Than having to take each thing piece by piece. You can just pull out each packet and set up your table in less than 10 minutes. Or at least I can. I've been doing this for over 20 years, so I kind of got that down pat. So just to wrap up, we're just showing the difference between glazing and unglazing your polymer clay finished pieces. Some of the things I've gotten on Amazon versus going into the craft store. And we'll have some more videos soon. You can like our page on Facebook, which is King's Canine Cookies. We also have the YouTube channel, which is King's Canine Cookies and Crafts. Like, share, and comment. If you subscribe, we do have some giveaways coming up. We will have the opportunity to win some free pieces of jewelry or magnets or whatever I have. So we're going to try to push it to 100 subscribers. Once we get to that 100 number of subscribers, we're going to be handing out some free goodies and samples. So like and share our page on YouTube. Again, it's King Canine Cookies. Well, that's all for now. This is Michelle. Have a good night, and thank you for watching.